Well guys, thanks for tuning in. It's the 16th of June, first day of the course fishing season. The anticipation for this over the last few weeks. Didn't get any sleep last night. Alarm was set for 2:30 to get up nice and early so I could get here at first light, but I was well awake before then, so might as well not bother getting my head down. But yeah, I'm here on the Shrewsbury Town Fisheries Sydney Avenue stretch, so thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we can get a couple of barbel on the bank. I'll show you what setup I'm using, what approach. I'll give you a run through the peg, but thanks very much for tuning in. Let's get the session started. Hopefully we can get a few fish on the bank. Well, this is it, first barbel of the season. We are in. Didn't take too long. Downstream rod. Whoa, look at that tip go. Powerful fish. Cool, I've been missing this for the last 3 months. Big lunge for the middle of the river. Yeah, there we go, first one in the net of the season. Get in. Right guys, first bite of the season. It's just after first light. Beautiful barbel. Let's just calm him down, get him up to show you here. 5 pounds 8. Look at that. Beautiful fish. Quite lean for this time of year. Great specimen for the River Severn, Shrewsbury Town Fisheries stretch. What a way to start the season. trick on a bit of hemp and pellet in, just keep it going in every 10-15 minutes. Like 3 catties at a time. Far over that one. Right guys, so equipment wise then, so I'm using the same setup as last season. I've not changed anything over the close season. I've got my Corum 1 3/4 pound test curve barbel rods. I've got those paired up with ST 4000 bait runners. I'm using the Corum pod. Could probably get some bank sticks in here today, but I find the pod quite easy to use. I tend to carry it in the van, so can park the van quite close. You can just see the van in the background there, but I can park it quite close to the peg here, so it's no hardship carrying it miles down the side of the bank. Yeah, that's my setup. I've got ESP Synchro 12-pound line on my Shimano bait runners. That's tried and tested as far as I'm concerned. Great line, never had any issues with that. And as far as the rig's concerned, I'll go through that once I've got a rod in a second, just to show you that. But it's just a standard running rig really. So if you're looking to get into barbel fishing this year and you're looking for some ideas on a simple steady rig to use, I'll show you that in a minute. It's nice and safe, very easy to set up, and yeah, if you get sort of snagged up or anything like that, then the fish aren't going to get tethered. So yeah, it's nice and safe, and a really good rig to use. So here's that setup guys. Cork handles on the 12-foot Corum barbel rods. These are dead cheap. This isn't an expensive setup, far from it. Rods are about 50 or 60 quid each. These Shimano ST 4000 bait runners, you can pick them up for under 50 quid each. It's a 4000 size reel, perfect for this size of river. Don't need any bigger kit than that. This setup does me just fine on pretty much all the Severn. Okay, let's have a look at the hook baits I'm using for today's session. It's the Vortex bait range I'm using. CKO, crab, krill, oyster. These things are absolutely stink, giving off a great smell. 14mm pellet on the right hand side there, 8mm, matching bully paste, and I'm feeding 6mm loose feed pellet over the top, mix of different colours. Oh dear. Panic. That's not going to do the swim any good. Okay, bite on the downstream rod. Not sure what this is yet. Might be a chub. It's kind of holding mid water though, so A couple of lunges there, so it might be a barbel. If it is a barbel, I think it's only a small one. Yeah, no, it is a barbel. Happy days. I've seen the net woken up a bit now. Come on, mate, let's have a look at you. Yes. Didn't put up much of a fight, this one, to start with. It's a longer fish. Still quite lean. Not a great deal on the bottom of it, but £6.12. So a little bit bigger than the first one. Beautiful. I'll show you the other side. Just wash the fish off there, keep it nice and wet. Here we go. Probably a slightly better side, that one. Cool, it's great to be fishing for these again. Lovely barbel. Downstream rod. So it's on the 14mm pellet this time. CKO from Vortex Baits, doing the business. Thank you very much, Mr. Barbel. There he is, resting in the net. He's about ready to go now. And a couple of kicks. That's it, off we go. Okay, let's have a quick look at the rig. Got the right hand rod in, so it's pretty simple stuff. So just to show you the components, so Corum, camo, bolt and run kit, that's the basics of what my rig setup is built around. So you've got a running ring that I've got my feeder there attached to, or you attach your lead to. That goes down to a bead, speed bead. Underneath that is a size 8 swivel that pushes up into the bead. It's got a quick change on the bottom end. Got a fluorocarbon rig there, so the loop on the top of my rig, straight over the quick change swivel, push your anti-tangle up over, and that secures your hook link in place. So down to the bottom end. Okay, so it's 12-pound IQ2 fluorocarbon. I've got a size 8 wide gape hook, and there's my 14mm pellet there. So the hook link, I'd say, is probably about almost a shoulder's width wide, so maybe 3.5 foot, something like that. The river is quite low and clear today, so I could go potentially a bit longer than that, but I am getting bites, so let's see what the next few hours brings. The sun's starting to come up now, and it's forecast for 25-30 degree temperatures today, so the session might sort of dry up once the sun and the heat starts to burn through, but I'll probably change to a slightly longer hook link at that point, just to give myself the best chance of picking up bites later into the morning. So it's just before 7 o'clock now and the sun's starting to come up. It's typical, isn't it? Weather's been really mild for quite a few weeks now, and as soon as the start of the season comes around, first 3 days, temperatures bang up 28-30 degrees. So yeah, let's see how we get on over the next couple of hours, but it might only be a short session today because of the conditions. River's very low. Once that sun gets up and gets on the water, fishing's probably going to become very difficult, but we're out here. First session of the season, couple of bites so far. Happy days. It's definitely brightening up now. Time for a bit of breakfast too, why not? The level's probably as low as I can remember it being at any point last summer. Could definitely do with a bit of rain. Just keep trickling the hemp in. Keep the fish grubbing around, hopefully. Oh guys, upstream rod has absolutely hooped over. It's probably the smallest barbel of the day so far. Just have to move the rod round the other to get the net. Oh no, it's a chub. Wow, aggressive bite for a chub. Oh, let's get him out and have a look. Right, there's a chub off the upstream rod. Really kind of aggressive take there. It's probably about £1.5 £2, something like that. Looks a healthy fish. Let's have a look at the other side. There we go. Very nice. Kind of crazy to think that back in February, the road at the top there, where the van is, the van would have been underwater there in February. Massive level changes in just the space of 3 or 4 months. Swim's gone really quiet now, unfortunately, so I'll probably stick it out for about another half hour, 40 minutes, I think. But a couple of bites so far, first morning of the season, happy with that. It's a shame the forecast isn't different, and it wouldn't be worth fishing on, I don't think, from this point, given the light conditions and what temperatures forecast. But there's plenty of time now over the course of the next sort of few weeks to get back out on the bank. When it's like this, you've got to pick dawn and dusk moments, really. It's a shame, but low levels, light conditions like this, it's just the worst combination possible for barbel fishing. But anyway, we're out on the bank, the season's started, so a couple of bites, good start, so happy with that. Let's see what the next half an hour or so brings. Well guys, I'm going to call a wrap on the session there. Overhead conditions are pretty unfavourable now. It's very bright, no cloud cover today, the sun's out, forecast for 29-30 degrees. So yeah, with the current level of the Severn, it's about as bad as it gets for barbel fishing, I think. But yeah, the early start's paid off with a few bites, and we've got the season off to a good start with some barbel on the bank. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty of videos from the River Severn, middle and upper sections on the BAA and Shrewsbury Town fisheries sections throughout the course of the season. So hope to catch you on the next one soon. Thanks a lot.